Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Firstly, I want to say thank you so much for all the love on the pregnancy announcement. I was a little worried that I might get a like, where have you been and what are you doing? And I think it's just more in my head, but like, where have I been? I haven't really done an update here, but I've just been. That's kind of the answer, I guess. But anyway, today I'm going to do a 12-week pregnancy update. So, and a Q&A, because there's not a whole lot of stuff to update you guys on in regards to like symptoms and my belly and like what's been going on. The two symptoms that I've had since the get-go with this pregnancy is horrific skin. And when I say horrific, I know in the past I said it before and people get the SHITS's because I know people struggle with really bad skin, and I have, you know, my beautiful sister had incredibly bad skin, had to have laser, has scarring, etc., etc. And I'm aware that my skin isn't as bad as it could be, but for me, I've been one who's been really lucky, and I thank my lucky stars for that I've never really had skin issues. So for me at the moment, I've got makeup on, but it's just the texture. It's all down my neck. My back is really bad. So yeah, for me personally, my skin is just bad. Like I can't really put it any other way. So yeah, the other symptom, up until this point, I have felt incredibly nauseous all the time. I just felt sick. I was tired. Everything made me go, ugh, like I was really hungry, but nothing was satisfying me. And that's kind of been consistent for up until 12 weeks, which I hit yesterday. And honestly, in the last 3 or 4 days, I feel like my energy is picking back up. I want to go to the gym. I'm not feeling as sluggish. I'm still really tired. I'm still really hungry. And I still don't really know what I want to eat, but I don't feel nauseous. So that's a positive. But yeah, other than that, honestly, I literally don't know what to tell you guys. Obviously, I'll show you the belly at the end. That's why I went to my gram and I said, ask me questions about pregnancy, because you guys have the questions. I don't have a lot to update on. So let's just answer what you guys want to hear. There's a lot of questions, so I'm going to have to filter through because I don't think we have time. Like there's probably, I reckon 100 questions in here, but a lot of them are repeat questions. So let's just pick randomly. We'll pick 5 maybe. So a common one was around anxiety. So Cass Daisy said, how do you deal with anxiety after a miscarriage? So I kind of touched on this in my first video. I did have a miscarriage in between Heidi and Blake. My body did recognize I was miscarrying and I started to miscarry around, they think about 8 weeks. We're not 100% sure what my dates were. But yeah, so that was horrific. It was awful. And then with Blake, I remember when I found out I was pregnant, the anxiety was through the roof. Every scan, I was worried going into it, nothing was going to be there. I didn't want anyone to come to my scans with me in case I was letting them down. And it's not anything on me. Like it's not, I can't control what my body's going to do. I can't control what's going to happen. But in my heart, I just felt guilty. Whereas my head was like, there's nothing you can do. It is what it is. But that didn't make the anxiety any better. And even with this pregnancy, like still, I'm 12 weeks now. I saw the baby a couple of weeks ago at my 10-week genetic ultrasound, whatever. And I still am like, oh, I've got a scan next week. Like, I hope everything's okay. I hope it's, you know, still there. I know that sounds so strange, but I think that's normal. The more people I speak to, even if they have or haven't had a miscarriage, I think anxiety in pregnancy is something that's so real, because until that baby's in your arms, you don't know what's going on in your belly. You can have all the testing in the world and, you know, it might say something's wrong and the baby's perfect. Oh, My Uber Eats is here. 2 secs. Got it. So yeah, I honestly just think that having anxiety in pregnancy is something that's so very normal. What are my tips to overcome it is, I don't think you really do overcome it. I think you just learn to deal with it. So I think it's, for me personally, and hopefully it works for you, is allowing yourself to feel whatever it is you're feeling. So if you need a good cry, if you need to get out of the house and go for a run, if you need to lock yourself in a room, if you need to listen to a podcast, if you need to have a really long shower, not with the droughts, it's a great idea if you're in Australia, but you've just got to do what you need to do to get to the next moment. And don't beat yourself up about it. Don't let yourself feel guilty. I think, yeah, and if you've got people you can talk to people, because for me, having a conversation with my mom or my girlfriends or my sisters and just saying, this is how I'm feeling. Like, this is a really gross example, but the other day I feel like I always talk about discharge. Like, I think you guys think I'm like, yeah, anyway, gross. I had some odd discharge and I just spoke to my sister. I said, this is what's happening. This is what it looks like. It's really overwhelming me. And it was fine. It was nothing. And the doctor was like, it's literally nothing. It's just normal. But speaking about it was really therapeutic. So talk about it. If you've got no one to talk to as well, like a lot of people say, you know, I don't want to talk about it, or I haven't told anyone I'm pregnant, I've got no one close enough to talk to about that stuff. There are really good online forums. Connect with the online forum. You can be anybody in there, but you will connect with someone and someone will be able to help you. So yeah, I think you've just got to do what you need to do to get through it, and don't beat yourself up about it. Because at the end of the day, as horrific as it sounds, what will be will be. We just have to trust in our bodies and hope for the best. That was the longest answer ever, but I think I got a lot of questions. Yeah. Anxiety, having anxiety, 13 weeks having anxiety. Like, there's a lot of anxiety questions. So that was the first one. So what other questions do we have? I've got people saying like, do you want to do my juice detox program? No. Will I give clues to names? Will she be named after someone? So my son Blake is named after my dad. I don't think she'll be named after someone. I find girls' names a lot easier than boy names. Oh yeah, we're having a girl. Have I told you guys that? I don't think I've told you guys. It's a girl, so surprise. So no, I don't think she'll be named after anyone, but we haven't picked a name, so we'll see. How does this pregnancy compare to Heidi and Blake? So I always get quite hormonal skin in pregnancy. I didn't realize I did with Blake, but I watched back my videos and I talk about my skin a lot in those videos. So obviously I do. So that's the same, but I definitely felt more unwell this time. I think because I have 2 kids, one who doesn't nap. I just didn't have as much downtime. So yeah, I struggled with that, but this pregnancy is definitely more difficult in regards to feeling all the feels, physically, emotionally. And I had to work through it as well. Like, unexpected pregnancies, I feel it's hard because there's so many people in my life that are trying for a baby and would just long and love to have a baby, but hand in hand with that, that is also hard, is those that aren't looking to have a baby, because that's not the right word, but we weren't expecting this. So I needed to mentally work through that to be okay with it. And that sounds awful, but it's the truth. So yeah, will you do more pregnancy and birth videos on YouTube? Yes. Did you do the Harmony test? Yes, that's how we know the gender. So the Harmony is the NIPT test, I think, which tests for some genetic disorders and also detects the gender as early as 10 weeks and 2 days. So yes. In the evening, would you rather play a game, visit a relative, or watch a movie? That's not pregnancy related. That's weird. Anyway, are you worried about having a newborn with the coronavirus out there? So the outbreak of the coronavirus, I feel like, for me personally, it's not something I'm really dwelling on. Obviously, it's an epidemic. Obviously, there's, you know, measures we're taking, like washing hands more often and just being more mindful of where we're going and that kind of thing. But for me personally, no, it's not something I'm overly worried or concerned about. So yeah, I'm not really going to get into that. Did you notice Blake's breastfeeding habits changed after you conceived? Yes. He was frustrated, so he was constantly trying to feed and like whacking me. Obviously there wasn't as much milk in there. I don't know if it dries up a little bit or if it tastes different. But yeah, he definitely changed. And then we weaned and he was pretty happy to wean, and he's boob obsessed. So he still likes to hold my boob. He still occasionally will try and latch on, but for the most part, it's done. Tips of taking your mind off trying to conceive. That's a really hard one, because I honestly feel like for me, when I was trying to conceive, as much as I wanted to take my mind off it, I couldn't. So I think you just need to do, like I remember telling my friend Kiara when we were both in trying to conceive, is if I need to take 2 ovulation, 3 ovulation tests a day to feel okay and to feel like my head is fine, then that's what I needed to do. And I just bought those really cheap tests from eBay. So honestly, I think you just need to keep yourself sane. I honestly think you need to do whatever it is that makes you feel okay, whether that be testing or not testing, or working out or not working out, or joining forums or not joining forums, or being a part of the trying to conceive community or not. And just let yourself do what makes you feel sane, because I mean, thinking back, like I did some insane things, but it got me from A to B and it had me feeling okay in that moment. So that's my only advice, but my heart goes out to you guys, because trying to conceive is hard work, really hard work. What are you most looking forward to this time around? I'm really excited for Heids to have a sister. Like really, really, really excited for her to have a sister. She is super excited. I'm also excited to just have another little girl. Little boys, or for me, my little boy is beautiful and he's so in love and he gives me cuddles and kisses like no other, and Heidi never did that, and she's not an affectionate child and she never has been, whereas he is next level affectionate. So that's been lovely, but I don't know, there's just something about having girls, I think, for me. So I'm excited about that. It's gonna be chaotic to say the least, but we'll make it work. Did you have an idea you were having a girl? For some reason in my heart, I just knew it was a girl. I don't know why. I always said, I just feel it's a girl, I feel it's a girl. So when the balloon popped, I was kind of like, oh yeah, it's a girl. Like I kind of knew that. So yeah, that's kind of mine. Do you think this will be your last baby? Nah, I say yes now. I don't know. I always said I'd have 4, but kids are hard work, guys. Like, they're the best thing you'll ever do, but it's hard. It's really hard. So for now, we're saying 3 is it, but who knows? How have you coped with feeling sick? I'm terrified of having 2 whilst looking after, number 2 whilst having a 1-year-old. Again, you just do what you gotta do. You eat, you don't eat. You try and sleep when you can. You call on those who can help you. You just do it. Honestly, you just do it. I can't explain it. How far along are you? I'm 12 weeks and 1 day? Yeah, 12 weeks, 1 day. Were you sick in all your pregnancies? Not really. Heidi, barely. Blake, little bit. This one, yes. Signs that ovulation was returning. Discharge. Discharge. And cramping. What else have we got? Will you use a sleep trainer? Probably. More about breastfeeding. More about will I come back to YouTube? Yes. Was it a planned baby? No. No, but neither was Heids, and she's the best thing that's ever happened to us. So we know that the universe, we were meant to have this little lady coming into our lives. So yeah, we're really excited, but it did take some getting used to. I should post Toby's reaction. I've got to post the gender reveal as well, so you can see Heidi's reaction. Yeah, It's exciting, guys. I am so excited. I feel like a lot of these questions are just repeating themselves and I'm kind of done. I want to eat my Uber Eats. And the video is 15 minutes long. So let's show you my belly. My 12-week one-day belly. I think I'm 12 weeks or am I 13 weeks? I'm pretty sure I'm 12 weeks. Third time around, I just forget about everything. I nearly forgot about going to my OB the other day, which I would never forget the other two. I remember I'd like count down to be able to go. So yeah, let's show you my belly and we'll be done. Okay, so here is the belly. From me, guys, I will see you